One man has not fought since 2021. The other has built his career on turning elite strikers into exhausted targets. And on July 11th, Conor McGregor and Max Holloway meet again, 13 years after their first fight. This is not just a rematch. This is a test of whether timing can still beat pressure, whether power can still beat volume, and whether one perfectly placed left hand can stop a fighter who has made a career out of surviving everything. Because this matchup has one terrifying question hanging over it: can Conor McGregor end the fight before Max? Holloway turns it into a nightmare. McGregor and Holloway first fought in 2013. McGregor won a unanimous decision, landing 53 significant strikes to Holloway's 23, while also landing 4 takedowns. But those numbers only tell part of the story. At that point, Max Holloway was 21 years old. He was still developing. He had not become the former featherweight champion, the record-setting volume striker, or the fighter who would go 5 hard rounds with the best names in the sport, and Conor McGregor was not yet the global superstar who would become the first UFC fighter to hold 2 belts simultaneously. That first fight matters because it proves McGregor has already seen Max's rhythm. He has already dealt with Max's movement. He has already beaten him, but it also happened 13 years ago. Since then, Holloway has fought at the highest level for more than a decade. He has fought Jose Aldo, Alexander Volkanovski, Dustin Poirier, Justin Gaethje, Charles Oliveira, Ilia Topuria, Brian Ortega, Frankie Edgar, Yair Rodriguez, Calvin Kattar, and many more elite fighters. That experience is the strongest argument for Max Holloway. Holloway's official UFC statistics show 6.91 significant strikes landed per minute. That is an enormous number. He has landed 3,681 significant strikes in the UFC, from 7,647 attempted. His striking accuracy is 48%, his significant strike defense is 58%, and his takedown defense is 81%. Those numbers describe exactly what Max does to opponents. He does not need to knock you out in the first minute. He does not need to land one massive shot. He builds a fight. He starts with the jab. He touches the body. He throws combinations. He changes levels. He attacks after the exchange looks finished. Then he does it again, and again, and again. The danger is not just the punches themselves. The danger is the pace. Max Holloway forces fighters to make decisions while tired. He makes them defend while tired. He makes them move while tired. And when their feet slow down, his combinations become harder to avoid. That is the Max Holloway path to victory. Survive the early danger. Build pressure. Force. Conor backward. Make him defend long. Combinations. Attack the body. Take over late. But now we need to talk about the other side of this matchup, because Conor McGregor is not just another striker. McGregor's UFC statistics show 532 significant strikes landed per minute. His career record is 22 wins and 6 losses, with 19 knockout wins and 1 submission win. His official UFC profile lists 599 significant strikes landed from 1,204 attempted. And while the statistics matter, they do not fully explain why McGregor is dangerous. Conor's real weapon is timing. He does not need to throw more than Max Holloway. He needs to throw at the right moment. He is at his most dangerous when an opponent steps forward too aggressively, reaches with the jab, throws a lazy kick, or gets predictable with an entry. That is when the straight left comes down the middle, and Max Holloway's style creates exactly those moments. Max pressures forward. He uses volume. He wants opponents to react. He wants them trapped near the fence. He wants them uncomfortable. But every time he enters range, he is entering Conor McGregor's most dangerous zone. This is where the fight becomes complicated. Max needs pressure to win. Conor needs Max to pressure him recklessly. If Max gives Conor the same entry twice, Conor can read it. If Max reaches with the jab and leaves his chin on the center line, Conor can counter. If Max throws a long combination without protecting the exit, Conor can fire back with the left hand. And at welterweight, the physical question becomes even bigger. This fight is scheduled at 170 pounds. McGregor has fought at welterweight before. Holloway is moving up from lightweight, where he is currently listed by the UFC. That does not automatically mean McGregor will be stronger, faster, or more powerful on the night. But it does mean Holloway is entering a weight class where McGregor has more previous experience. That matters because Holloway's usual advantages are pace, volume and durability. At 170 pounds, can he pressure the same way? Can he absorb McGregor's power the same way? Can he move for 5 rounds against a larger opponent the same way? Those are not small questions, and then there is the biggest uncertainty in the entire fight, Conor McGregor's. Last UFC appearance was against Dustin Poirier in July. 21, that means McGregor enters this fight after almost 5 years away from competition. There is no statistic that can fully predict what a long layoff does to a fighter. Timing can return. Power can remain. Speed can remain. But live fighting is different from training. Distance is different. Reactions are different. Taking clean shots is different. Making decisions under pressure is different. McGregor's supporters will say that a rested and motivated Conor is still one of the most dangerous fighters in MMA. They will say that he has the cleaner power, the sharper counterpunching, the greater experience at welterweight, and the ability to end the fight before Max can establish anything. Holloway's supporters will say that activity matters. They will say Max has been competing against elite opposition while Conor has been inactive. They will say Max's volume, cardio, durability, and experience in long fights are the exact tools needed to expose a fighter returning after years. The way both arguments make sense. The first round is where this fight could be decided, not necessarily by a knockout, by control. If McGregor lands the left hand early, Max may have to slow down. If Max has to slow down, he loses the pressure that makes him dangerous. If Conor can make Max hesitate, he can control the range, pick his counters, and turn this into a precision fight. That is McGregor's world. But if Holloway survives the first round without taking major damage, the fight begins to move in the other direction. The longer the fight goes, the more Max can build his output. The more Max builds output, the more Conor has to defend. The more Conor defends, the less time he has to set traps. And if Max starts landing to the body, forcing exchanges and pushing Conor toward the fence, this becomes a completely different fight from the one McGregor wants. That is Holloway's world. So here is the central question. Does Conor McGregor still have the timing to punish Max Holloway before the pace becomes overwhelming? Or does Max Holloway survive the danger, drag McGregor into deep water, and prove that activity, volume, and pressure beat precision after enough minutes? My prediction is Max Holloway by late TKO or decision. I think McGregor will have dangerous moments early. I think he will land clean counters. I think Max will have to respect the left hand immediately, but I think Holloway survives the first round danger, increases his output round by round, attacks the body, forces longer exchanges, and takes control as the fight moves into the later rounds. If Conor wins, I think it happens early. If Max wins, I think it happens because he makes Conor fight a pace that no counter-striker wants to fight. And on July 11th, we find out whether one left hand can stop a storm.